Lanane has drafted a bill that would add the phrases sexual orientation and gender identity to Indiana's Civil Rights Act.
The bill is set to begin the legislative process on January 6th. News 18's Alexis Moberger reports how the controversial bill is being discussed by both sides. Alexis.
Lanane says making those changes will ensure that all Indiana residents are protected against discrimination. Lanane says his motivation for writing the bill is the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. 4 words and a comma is how State Senator Tim Lanane describes his new bill. Lanane's bill proposes to add sexual orientation and gender identity to Indiana's current Civil Rights Act.
Unless you do this, unless you add this as additional protections to our existing law, we don't have protection.
Lanane says making those changes will ensure that all Indiana residents, including members of LGBT communities, are protected against discrimination under state law. The bill comes 6 months after the national controversy surrounding Indiana's Religious Freedom Restoration Act. RFRA, which was signed into law by Governor Mike Pence, would have prohibited the government from interfering with the person's ability to practice religion. So far, Governor Mike Pence is not taking a position on Lanane's proposal.
Hoosiers also cherish faith and religion and the freedoms associated with that, and what we're trying to be thoughtful about is whether or not in that issue we can find a way to reconcile those two great interests.
Democratic State Representative Sheila Klinker supports the bill but says she will vote both fairly and compassionately.
We'll look very carefully at that bill and determine whether we think it will go through the House of Representatives. Convincing 100 people rather than 50 is going to be probably a challenge.
Lanane is confident that he will get the majority Democratic vote, but is unsure what the Republican majority will lean towards.
A bill that's controversial many times has a tough time getting through, but the issue of gender equity is out there and is being discussed by both sides of the aisle.
Ordinances already protect the LGBT community. Lafayette, West Lafayette, and Tippecanoe County have such ordinances. Lanane says his bills needed to extend those protections to all Indiana residents. Alexis Moberger, News 18.